Rematch is the new FIFA, the new Rock League, the new game by Sloclap, which are also the same developers for Sifu. So instead of doing Sifu 2, they decided to do a third-person FIFA, which is like being a Nazi and then being Allied Forces supporter. But jokes aside, the new Rematch game is very ambitious and it has a lot going for it. And I do think it's a solid game, but in this video, we're gonna talk about what does the game need before it releases, for the 0.00001 chance that the developers might see this video. Alright, let's score some goals. Oops, I'm lagging. So the biggest issue with Rematch, and the one that needs to be fixed ASAP, is without a doubt the connection issues. A couple of people are talking about it now and it's just a must fix at this point. There's something about Rematch that you have to understand before I continue to yap about the connection issues. Rematch is a highly skilled game that highly depends on accuracy and responsiveness. So having connection issues in such a game is like a Call of Duty without hackers. Yeah, it doesn't work. Many instances in this game I wanted to do a specific action but couldn't due to the great latency and lag that me and my friends had. And by far, the thing that was affected the most is the close encounters actions, such as dribbling, defending, tackling. My god, these things are harder to do than some company to buy a license for the conflict games. Dude, it's software. And this is such a huge part of the experience, because if you're not passing or shooting, you're pretty much doing one of these things. It's almost required no skills now, luck only. Oh, and don't even get me started on goalkeeping with that high latency. It's nothing short of a big pile of shit. Goalkeeping with that ping is harder than Elden Ring. Well, Elden Ring is easy. Shut up, weirdo. So once again, depends on luck, cause sometimes it seems like the ball should have bounced but it lagged straight into another direction or corner. This could really change the course of the game if not fixed, because goalkeeping is like some of the most important element in this game. And every match I had like a constant 200 ping, which honestly for that alone the game is unplayable. Hopefully it gets fixed, cause with that I can't guarantee a return for me or for many other people, even the one that loved the game.
Look.
Oh! So while the gameplay is solid for the most part, let's talk about what's missing. I think the hitbox is mostly fine, but there are a few instances where I was like, no, shut up, I should have gotten the ball. It doesn't happen much often, thankfully, but yeah, it's here, and it's worse the more you lag. But it's not just because the lag. Second gameplay issue has to be the stupid idea of the stamina refill. So basically in Rematch, if you run out of stamina and you keep pressing the sprint button, you will not sprint and the stamina won't fill until you let go of the sprint button. Bring me coffee and let me drink it till I turn brown. What the actual That's such a rookie mistake that honestly is just weird to have with developers as talented as these guys. The rest of the gameplay is thankfully solid and sweet, but something is mixed and I don't know how to feel about it, is the slide from the back. So basically if you dive from behind a player, you will get the ball immediately, or at least get enough time to get the ball while he's down. I don't know how I feel about it, because yeah, it's useful, but the range is quite long and annoyingly frustrating sometimes. However, it seems to be working for the game mostly, so I'm interested to hear what people think about this feature and how well developers handle it. And the last shot is an absolute joke. Like honestly, sometimes you just do one move and it ends. What the hell? I also wanted to talk about the team-made passing, and that's honestly something I don't know how it can be fixed, because it's not a problem in the game, but rather with the community. I get more passes in Tinder than in this game. It's honestly disgusting how one-dimensional these players can be and how selfish they are. Maybe avoid to kick or something would help, but once again, that's something wrong in the community, not the game itself. So again, I'm looking forward to see how developers will tackle this issue. Lastly, the mercy rule, the idea that if some of the teams get past you with 4 goals, the match automatically ends. I do think mercy rule should exist, because some matches in Rocket League can be too long, because Mr. Clutch here, who watches a lot of self-motivation videos on YouTube, don't want to forfeit. But at the same time, 4 goals is kind of a stretch, to be honest. Should have been 6 at least. Everything below that is manageable and clutch worthy, but do not remove it please. The idea itself is great. Last but not least is the option to forfeit. I know we have the mercy rule to kind of replace for the whole idea of forfeiting, but these things should work together, not against each other. Each team should have the right to 100% forfeit the match if they were lagging or they were clearly outmatched, so it is essential. There are some few things I would like to see in the settings, like the ability to change some of the settings, because at this stage it's somewhat underwhelming because you can't change much outside of the graphics. I feel like I'm playing a game developed by Nazis at times because of how little you can change, but I can see that change soon with the full game being released, you know, like the controls and everything. That's one thing. The next thing is that the game absolutely should have added more mods and interesting things outside of the formal way, which is the soccer. It's because that's the beta and all, but when the game releases, it should have a fair bit of fun modes that won't play like soccer, but other modes. They have a special idea to mix things up in case players are tired of competing from time to time. That and the rank system and progression should be handled correctly, otherwise we get X-Defined Bro Max Galaxy Techno 9. Lastly, I would like to have nothing but good luck to the developers of this game. You guys are killing it without a question. It's just that the game at this current state needs a lot of work to get rid of these issues, and I hope these extra 2 weeks are enough to fix them. But given recent releases and how the industry is dealing with issues before the release, it's just soulless and not fair for this game to take the same steps as the rest of the developers and their cruel way to deal with the products, which is releasing it not complete and not polished and then fix it along the way. And in a way, it's highly affect a game like Rematch, because this game is not a guarantee win for the developers, unfortunately. It could easily be forgotten and left to rot if they handle their decisions like some other companies. Look at the finals, X-Define, the late Battlefield games. Everyone can fail, even good games, but best to play safe and ready rather than taking your chances with the updates and improving the game along the way. The core gameplay of Rematch is great and gripping, and the idea by itself makes it instantly good, but my whole 13 hours or 14 hours of gameplay in Rematch, while I enjoyed most of it, the moments where I wasn't enjoying it was just tedious and painful, to be honest. The connection being the biggest issue, of course. So developers, just in case you're looking for feedback, please take your time. There's absolutely no need to rush, especially nowadays with games that come up with new ideas. If you feel like you're ready, delay it a month or two. It's okay, it's completely okay. Your game is solid, but even solid things can vaporize into thin air. Shakespeare over here. Anyway, that's it. I wanted to do a Mafia video, but the release of the second beta caught me by surprise. It should release in the upcoming week maybe. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.